Mateys. Now let's get into this fire intro by Digital Press. Let's get it.
Kato on the track.
Welcome to Black Sales Sports Talk. This is episode 2. It's your boy Goody Good. Pledge allegiance to the nation. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're rocking with me. And if not, you can walk the plank and go straight down to Davy Jones' locker. Let's get it. Today's episode, we're going to talk about the running back room, y'all. This is my favorite group out of the whole roster. I think this has more competition in it than corner, more competition in it than wide receiver, because we already know what's going to be the first 2 wide receivers. It's going to be Davante and the slot machine. We already know that. People are just fighting for that one position. But with the running backs, it's 7 running backs, but only 5 spots, y'all. So who's going to get cut, traded, or who's going to get put on the practice squad? Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Starting off, we got Josh Jacobs, Kenyon Drake, Zamir White, the young rookie that we picked with the 122nd pick of the draft. We got Amir Abdullah, who has been a veteran, scat back, special teams player, punt, kickoff return. We have Bolden, who came from the New England system. And then we have Sincere McCormick and Britton Brown. So who's going to go? I'm looking, and I would be shocked if Josh Jacobs gets cut or traded. I'd be completely shocked. To me, he's still the best back on the roster. Consistent. No, he doesn't have the home run speed. He does get caught from behind, which I know you guys in the nation dislike. But he is a consistent back that's going to get us 4 to 5 yards a carry. And he's going to get us a lot of touchdowns when it comes in the red zone. You don't get rid of a running back like that. He has a chance to make history in the Raiders organization. He's only 23 years old and already has well over 3,000 yards on the ground and has already improved his game a lot when it comes to the passing game. So I think JJ stays. Okay? Amir Abdullah. This is a guy that you're looking at and you're like, okay, he's very versatile. He could be a scat back. He could catch it out the backfield. He could do kick return, punt return. So let's put him to the side over here because that's going to be hard. Let's put him to the side. I don't know if he makes the roster. I don't know if he gets cut, though. Okay? Zamir White. Zamir White, to me, he looks like a mix between Sean Alexander and Frank Gore. I think he has Sean Alexander's body and frame coming out of college. 6 foot, 218 pounds. That's pretty much the same thing that Sean Alexander was coming out of Alabama. And he runs like Frank Gore, meaning he gets low to the ground, puts his knees to his chest and his elbows to his knees. He runs like a pinball machine, man. People just bounce off of him. He breaks a lot of tackles. I love a lot from what I see from this kid. I think he could be great. When you look at the film, and you break it down, you could tell this is going to be the running back for the future. So there's no way that he does not make the 53-man roster. Okay, especially since we use such a high pick getting him, right? It make no sense using the 122nd pick if he's not going to stay on this roster, right? Probably part of the reason why we got rid of Trey Regis, right? Who I thought was a person knowing coming in that we're probably going to take 5 running backs, I thought Trey Regas would have been a perfect candidate to finally make the 53. But unfortunately, they went a different direction because they got a young man out of UCLA by the name of Britton Brown. Now, when I was talking to Samir, I was on Salt and Mirror's show, and he brought up Britton Brown, and we talked about it, and he brought up a great comparison for Britton Brown. Latavius Murray, big frame body, runs upright. I like that comparison. He's not going to have the home run speed, but to me, he's going to be an excellent short yardage back in the future. Now, whether we keep him or Bolden or both, you will see what I think. Bolden, I think Bolden is here to teach everybody else the system. He's under a 2-year contract. I think he makes the 53. He's a short yardage back, knowledgeable veteran, knows the system. He's there to teach JJ, King, and Drake, or whoever else is on the roster, the system to get them up to speed quickly. All right? Then you got Sincere McCormick. After we already drafted 2 running backs. Okay, upper management is always focused on the future. That's why they're so good at getting comp picks. The reason why I don't think Josh Jacobs gets cut is because he'll be one of the main ones that would get us a comp pick for the following season. When you think about Josh Jacobs coming in as the main horse in the stable this coming year, Zamir White maybe getting like 100, 120 touches as a rookie. Josh Jacobs should have every chance possible to earn himself a big contract, either for our team or for the next team, which I think it'll probably be for the next team. But, you know, let's say he gets 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's not something, you know, impossible or out the norm of Josh Jacobs. You know, he does that with his eyes closed. So let's say he gets that 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. He'll get a contract somewhere. Okay? That would get us a comp pick if we let him walk, and depending on who we sign in the offseason of next year, which I don't think we'll have a lot of signings because of all the money that's allocated to Derek Carr, Davante Adams, Renfro, Max Crosby, Chandler Jones. Look, we have money and a bunch of players, and that's a lot of money that's going to pop up on the cap next season, okay? So we might not have the money to give a Josh Jacobs $6-7 million a year, okay? So King and Drake, on the other hand, King and Drake will be eating touches from Zamir White. There's no reason for us to be picking a running back so high at 122 if he's not going to play and contribute right away. And that's why I believe King and Drake is in danger of getting traded or cut. I don't expect him to be on the 53-man roster. I think he's well more talented enough to be on the 53. I think that he is the best fit for this system. But looking at how our roster is currently constructed, I believe that he will be the one that's cut or traded in order to bring in another person at a position that we are suffering from, whether that's Williams to fill in the right tackle spot, whether that's Sue to help strengthen that defensive line in the 3-4. We need somebody at the nose, and who better than him to come in and contribute right away and make our defense even that much better. So that's what I got to say about the running back rooms. Cleve Farrell is said to be going to outside linebacker, you guys. Now, I know a lot of you guys have touched on this, and a lot of you guys are nervous. A lot of you guys are already saying it's the end of them. That's the nail in the coffin. It's over. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the fat lady has sung. Somebody's playing the little violin for Cleve. It's a wrap for the boy. And I don't know about that. I still believe in Cleve. The only way I can make it make sense that he's going to outside linebacker is maybe Pat Graham is putting together a NASCAR package. Now, if you know football, NASCAR package is when you get your two defensive ends. So that's picture. I know Max and Chandler are listed as supposedly linebackers in the 3-4. I mean, that's what they're going to be playing. But they're defensive ends, right? Picture them move to the middle of the line of a four-man front. And then you take Malcolm Kuntz and Cleve Farrell and you put them on the outside. That's your four linemen in the NASCAR package. It's basically on downs that you know that they're going to pass. You're going to put out your best pass rushing unit, and your linebackers were going to be cover linebackers. So it'll be something like Davante Adams and Jayon Brown with either one up high and Morig and two corners, or you could go with three corners, depending on how you're going to do it. But I'm not crossing them out yet, but it don't look good for Clee if he can't make it as a 3-4 defensive end, which all of us think that he could shine at that. So this Tuesday, the nation got some terrible news. Tuesday evening, I believe it was, Davante Adams' cousin was shot and killed. I got the information from my wife. Very tragic, man, that one of the nation's zone is in mourning right now. I'll read a little bit of it for you. The cousin of NFL star Davante Adams was shot dead in daylight gun battle at a California park full of children and families Tuesday. Ralph Fields Jr., 34, whose cousin plays for the Las Vegas Raiders, was fatally shot amid a barrage of gunfire that began about 6 p.m. inside East Palo Alto Park. Two rival groups got into an altercation, and two suspects from each side pulled out guns and collectively unloaded 33 shots in Jack Farrell Park. Fields was struck by a bullet and later died at an area hospital. 3 other people were shot and treated for non-life-threatening wounds. The wild gunfight erupted at a time when the park was packed with children playing and families practicing for church-run softball tournament. You guys, our world is crazy enough, man. And this is a sports channel, and I try not to get into the whole politics and all that and this stuff, but one of the nation is mourning, so a moment of silence and prayer for him. A moment of silence and a prayer for those lost in Buffalo. And we out. Holla at y'all.